Well, welcome back to my channel, Blast from the Past Farming. This is part 2 of the little toy barn builds. Couldn't get them all in one video, it's too much, so I'm gonna get the second one out now quick. So hope you enjoy it. Well, I have all the 5 barns done now. Have the little red ladders in the back going up to the hole in the hay loft. 2 of them are my grandpa's exact pattern with flat up on top, not with this little bit of a peak there. I've got 2 barns that way and 3 barns with this on, but they all got their nice little red ladders in them. So time to move these out of here so I have some room to build some fences. I'll get back to that after a little bit, but it's going to look like use some dowels and make it look like pipe fencing. So I gotta get that all figured out in my head yet before I get going, but yeah, at least I get these 5 out of here now. Well, I made 19 gates. Then I should probably do a video. I'm terrible about recording for some reason. But on these little pieces here, 5 holes each, they're not quite centered. So then when I line them up, the holes are a little closer to that edge and this edge. So then when I put them together, they just go like that. So broke one of the little dowels. So after my dentist appointment today, I stopped at a hardware store and picked up another dowel and cut a chunk off of it. There we go. There we go. Put a little puddle of glue on this board. Won't take very much since I only got 1 board left, or gate left to make. There. Put a little dollop in each one of these holes. Now it's burping out. Wow, there's a lot of glue in there. Burped out too much. No problem. So then I take the little dowel and roll it into glue. Come on, get in there. Some of it a little tighter than some. Some you can push in by hand. And earlier I broke 2 of these boards, split them in half, but on the one gate. One end of them, they all went in good, and as soon as I started doing it at this end, it split 2 of them boards. Good thing I made a couple extra ones. You can kind of hear it when it hits the bottom. It hits the table. There. Now I'll put a little glue in each of these 5 holes since it's not burping out. Much better. Oh, this one's not all the way in. See, now it fits really tight and it still has a little ways to go. That's what I don't like. And it's usually the darker ones. That's all for that's going to go. I don't want to split it, so put that down. Whoops, I got to put a little glue on the ends of these. Should probably cut that off real quick, I suppose, maybe. Yeah, I think I will. I'll cut that one off just a little bit. Since be right back. Much better. There we go. Hopefully it fits in this one. I tried having the dowels all staggered, but that doesn't work at all. Got to start at one end and kind of line them up. Okay, now here we go. That's pretty close right there. Then I make sure they sit flat on the table. If not, I just twist them a little bit here and there. So that one fits nice and flat. So now, since these are already put together and dried, I get the glue off of here first. I can put the legs on them. Okay, need my other board. I'll lay this across here. Mark it that way I know where to put the glue on this side of it. And on this side, my little glue stick here and spread it. Stand it upright like this. Bring it in here and make it touch good. Grab one of these little clamps, which really work nice. They're a little 6-inch. Got them off the internet. So I push down on that little foot to make sure it's on the table, and push down on the upright to hold it all square. Squeeze her tight. Turn it end for end. Oh, I got a visitor. Do a little recording here. No big deal. Just showing how I make these little, putting them together. So stand it up, push this in tight. Oops, grab me another clamp. Press it down. There. Now I'll just let that dry. Now I just have 19 more of them to do tomorrow. This morning I cut another 34 of these for the gates. I have a few in there yet. And I cut another 24 of these, which need the 5 holes drilled in. So I'm gonna, oops, get up here. I'm gonna sand these down a little bit around the edges, and along with these, sand them down to make sure there's no slivers on them. And then I'll get drilling the holes in here using my jig right here with the 5 holes in it. Like I said, the holes ain't quite centered, but close enough. I moved that jig around like 5 times, and it's close enough. So I'll get these all edges sanded and the other pieces sanded, then I'll do another little video of me drilling holes in here. I have my pieces all sanded down. Normally take like a 16.5 inch 1x4, and I rip it into narrow pieces. But they're a little extra wide, but I gotta leave it wide enough so that this fits in between the saw blade and this fence when I have this fence up here for the thickness. Then I take them out on the other side of this wall where I have a planer set up. That way I can plane them down to the correct thickness to fit into that little hole there. And then I drill my 5 holes here. They're not quite perfectly centered, but close enough. I've changed that thing about like 3 times, and it's like, oh, close enough. So I'm gonna drill holes in all these boards. I'll get the camera set up here. Flip this up a little bit. Maybe raise it up a little. There we go. So with this jig, slide the board in there. Some of them fit a little tight, which is perfect. Bring it up here. Drill nice and slow so that the holes don't get ripped out at all. Sped the drill bit up faster. Take my time drilling them. I have a hole on the back end here so I can push this board out. There we go. And I tap the dirt out of that. Then I use this T25, which is basically the same diameter. And I get all the splinters out of the holes this way. As you can see, there's some little splinters. This works really slick that way. Take my sanding block and sand them down just a few strokes, and you have nice clean holes ready for the dowels. So then you just do it again. I like to hold them up and they're nice and tight. That way they don't move. started drilling through the other board to about right angle, about here. The sawdust wedges it in there a little tighter yet. Yesterday, when I was putting some of those dowels in here, I split two of these. Those dowels must have just a little bit of a tolerance, but the darker dowels must be a little thicker, but I split two of them on one fence. And I just twist her back and forth a few times. Get the little slivers all knocked off. Made 20 gates the other day. I have another 20 of them made here, other than putting the little feet on the end to hold them upright. And that's what these are for. The next pack of dowels won't get here till the 20th to the 23rd of February, so get this all cut and ready to go. Put these feet on those 19 over there, and then I'm going to start making little hay bunks for the barns. So that's basically the process right now. Just rinse and repeat. We'll put some hay bunks together. Got a few sides done already. This is my jig for making them. Got to scrape off some old glue here. There we go. Take 3 of these little sticks, stick them in the jig. That was a little tight. See if this fits in here better. Yeah. They had a little light varnish on them. Sanded most of it off, but I'm not going to glue on that side of it. So I left one here, I point that way, and these other two I point that way. So this is going to be my bottom board. One side's really nice and smooth, the other one's a little rougher. Lay it on top so I know where the boards are. Stand that up there. Smoosh it around a little bit. This side could go. Have these little spacers so that a little bit of these boards stick out the bottom. Bring it all the way to the back. Slide it down. and just hold it for a bit. I'm using Titebond Original. That stuff sets up pretty quick. It gets really tacky fast. There. And here's another little part of the jig. That's for my spacing in between them, because now I'm going to use a, oops, here's my little stick. Get back over here. Because one side's smoother, one's a little rougher. Lay that down right in between the jig here and put just a little bit of glue. Gonna work it in a little bit. Flip it over, get her in between the uprights, bring it all the way to the back, slide her down, and hold it for a bit. I'm not going to paint the hay feeders, hay bunks at all. I think it'll look pretty cool this color. Stuff's too small to put any kind of nail in it or anything like that, so it's just gonna have to hold with this Titebond glue, which is really good glue. Okay. Now hold these two pieces down, and with another set of finger and thumbs, pull that spacer out. Grab another skinnier board, lay that up there. Dab a little glue on it. And this board goes flush on the outside of these three right here. Ooh, there's a little glue way up here. Got to get that off. Otherwise I might not get my post out of there. There we go. It's broke. It's broke free now. Didn't catch that before, so now I just put my finger down there. And down at this end. Bring it straight down. Make sure it's basically centered in between. There's just a little bit of give in between there. And then make sure it's flush with the top of them. And hold it. Set these clamps on here real quick for a little bit. A little more extra on these two. Push this down flush. Then clamp. Push that down flush. And clamp. There. With this one, I've got enough for 3 hay bunks done as far as the sides. Now I'm going to switch over to putting the ends in. I had some of these clamps, but they don't reach far enough for what I want. Wish they made deeper ones. That'd be really cool. I couldn't find any. Maybe there's some out there. I don't know. I couldn't find any. Okay. It takes a lot of clamps when you start finishing up the Gotta use my putty knife just to help lift them a little bit, take a lot of the pressure off of it. There we go. Should be all free. I thought. There we go. Put it over here on the saw table. Put some boards on it. And my portable belt sander for some weight. Hold her down. There we go. Now get my jig out of the way. Have to bring these boards back here so I can stack it. So now it's remove clamp time. Still have a few boards left to put on this hay bunk. Yeah, these look pretty cool. Put a chair up here. So now I need a, oops, gotta get this out of here so I don't break it. So I need a short little one here to go in between here. Make sure it fits first. Yep. Then clamp that. Oops, get it up there. Gotta get it pried up a little bit. Reach through here. Check, whoop, up too high now. There we go. There. There we go. Turn it around, do the same thing at this end. Make sure it fits. It should, and you're all cut it the same. You never take anything for granted. This way with this little one. It's going to go down just a smidge. There. Find another little skinny one. Just a little bit. Oops, through there. There. Now what I have left is putting one down here in between, from side to side, on the same level that I just put the other two on. Get my big mitts down in there. I don't know how this is going to work. I gotta put one on top, and then this bunk is done. You know, this project takes a lot of glue. Here we go. I'll reach across and pull it in tight yet, this way. There we go. Yeah, worked on that one too. Yeah. Clamp, clamp, clamp. I can leave that one set there because now I can't do anything. Won't have enough clamps or anything, so that's how that goes. Yeah, I went through 2 of these 4-ounce ones. This is a little smaller bottle, but I've been filling it out about, here we go, of an 8-ounce, and I'm down to here on this one already too, and this one's down to about right there. Like I said, it takes a lot of glue. Wipe. Use these little wet wipes, diaper wipes, man, they sure work nice for glue removal and everything else. There. Now it's break time again. So this is one of the 5 barn sets I made, so I got 5 of them just like this. And this lid opens up too for the hayloft. Has this little red ladder in the back. Hay bunk. 8 fences. So yeah. Well, my pack of wood dowels came in. Actually, it came in about 4 days early. So I'm going to have to take 5 of these out, cut them to about 10 1/4 inches long, if I remember right. I'll have to go remeasure. But I'm going to make 5 more gates, 1 for each barn. And it's going to go between the center post of the barn on the front to the back wall. That way you can like divide the barn in half if you want to. So get these made, get them painted, and put 1 in each barn. Well, I hope you enjoyed the videos. Please like and subscribe. Remember, be kind to one another. Thank you.